Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel All About BA. This session is quickly going to be about an informative session in the sense I just wanted to share something about the ADF portal itself wherein we can find commonly used templates provided by Microsoft for us. For example, see in real-time scenarios, right, we'll be commonly doing certain set of things repeatedly. For example, copying records from an on-premise data store to cloud data store, or applying some common set of transformations between source and sync. Okay, what Microsoft has come up with is they have implemented various pipelines implementing lots of commonly used scenarios or logics, right? And they have created those pipelines as templates, in the sense common people like us, right, we can make use of those templates and we can start building our logics on top of the templates. Okay, it's like having a basement setup on top of which we can build our logic. Instead of starting to implement any logic from the scratch, right, we can look into the template gallery or template library to see if there is a template provided by Microsoft which meets our requirement or which is similar to our requirement. Okay, so that's what I wanted to touch upon today. So where do we find such templates? Okay, alright, go to adf.azure.com and click on this plus sign. Okay, you will be given option to look at these pipeline from template. So as you can see here, right, there are lots of templates available. Okay, there are some with data flows and transformations applied. There are some with access to Databricks, and there are some with only copy related functionalities. So there are quite a lot of functionalities provided as template by the Microsoft itself. Okay, so how do we use it? See, you can filter the templates based on category, whether it involves only copy activity or it involves some transformation, or it has some Databricks related activities, or if you want to import SSIS, or if you want to lift and shift SSIS packages from an on-premise data store, or we have to prepare our data with a mapping data flow or the data flow. Okay, so like this you can filter basically. Instead of looking at all the templates, right, you can filter out the templates based on your need. Alright, so how do we start using it? So when you click on a particular template, right, maybe distinct rows. Okay, so what this template is doing is this uses ADF mapping data flows to find distinct rows in a single data set via self-join and aggregation pattern. So what they are doing is they are reading a CSV file and trying to find the distinct rows from that CSV file, and they are writing the distinct rows to another CSV file. This is done using a mapping data flow, and within which you are using self-joins and aggregations. Okay, so if I want to use this, right, just click on that, so that you will be provided with this particular window wherein you will be asked to choose the link service. Okay, in this particular template they are using two data sets, both of which are pointing to a blob storage path. So in our case we just have to tell the data set where to find or where to use the, or which is the link server or link service, blob storage link service that this data set can use. I am choosing the link service that I have already created for my pipeline, so I am choosing that. And once I say use this template, right, it will be creating 4 resources for us. One is a pipeline and a data flow, a pipeline, a data flow, 2 data sets. So these are created for us. So as I mentioned before, right, they have laid the foundation for finding the distinct rows. It's up to us to implement it. Okay, when I say it's up to us to implement it, right, they are not providing the files here. We have just chosen the blob storage path, but when you click on the data flow and when you click on the source file, right, it will say moviesdb.csv inside sample data inside my container. So this and all we have to change according to our logic. Okay, you might have a container name which is different from this, and a folder which is different from this, and you might not have this file at all. So what we can do in such scenarios is, see, most of the time Microsoft is providing the sample data that they are using in all their experiments or all their demos, right? So if you want to use this same CSV file, I would tell a simple way. Go to Google and type it moviesdb.csv. So you will be finding the data in one link or the other. Okay, I'll just click on this and see if it provides me the file with. We can simply download the file, or we can simply copy the data provided by this screen, right? And we can write it to a CSV file, and we can upload the same CSV file to our blob storage path. Okay, so see here, we are provided with the data which is used by Microsoft for the demo. What we can do is you can either download or copy paste this data to a CSV file, and you can upload it to the portal, okay, Azure portal basically, and you can choose this container name, folder name and all appropriately. Okay, so this will be one change that we'll have to do in order for us to work with this template. Similarly, the destination dataset. See, I have told you about the source dataset. Similarly, you will have to see about the destination dataset as well. So just make sure whatever dataset we have in the template, right? It just meets our container name, the folder name. Folder name, one thing about the folder name is if it's not present, it's going to create it for you. Okay, the innermost, outermost folder, right? For example, my data flow 1 to 3 partition or whatever it is, right? So if it is not present, it's going to create. Okay, the root folder and all you have to create by yourself. Okay, so just make sure the structure is properly set in the blob storage path in Azure portal for you to start using the templates. Okay, so I thought it will be pretty useful for the beginners. Okay, since we'll not be able to in the first instance itself, right, we'll not be able to understand what techniques to use, what are the components that can be tried out for implementing a logic. We will not be knowing everything in the first instance itself, right? So I just thought it will help some or the other. So I just wanted to bring it to your notice. So just make use of all the resources available like this for you to kickstart your career in Azure Data Factory. Alright, thanks a lot for watching. If you like my videos and the content that I keep providing, right, you please subscribe to my channel and recommend my channel to your friends if they are looking for one. Okay, thanks a lot for watching. Keep support.